FXBG Public Radio is entertainment for adults by adults, and the views and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect upon the sponsors or FXBG Public Radio. For additional information, please refer to the United States Bill of Rights. Stand warned. So here's something that's always bugged me about the Muppets and Sesame Street. You know, it's people are very, very casual when it comes to Muppets walking around. It seems like that there's no shock in seeing a walking, bipedal, 6 foot tall yellow bird. People don't really react to it. It's just a normal day in a city, and that's really kind of weird. I'd piss myself if I saw a woolly mammoth stepping out of an alley in New York. I get the impression that Sesame Street takes place in New York. Anyway, so here's the thing: the way that people interact with Muppets in the Muppet movie or Sesame Street, it's like that they're very normalized. It's just like, oh, just pig Muppet walking down the street bipedal with lipstick on and shit. Normal day in Muppet Land. And it seems weird to me. So the only explanation I can come up with is that this is an alternate reality. All these Muppet shows and Sesame Street, they take place in this alternate reality where these creatures have evolved alongside humanity. All right, and so there must have been a point where people started noticing these creatures. I mean, God only knows what kind of Ninja Turtle goop got on them, or what sort of natural selection has led to the creation of these creatures. All right, so I would imagine like the first time they see these creatures, will probably attack them, try to kill them. That's just kind of the way humans are. If they see something they don't understand, they'll try to eat it, fuck it, or kill it. So there must have been a war at some point in Muppet World, a war where people were exterminating, perhaps even breeding these Muppet creatures. Think of how many pig Muppets there are and how many frog Muppets they are. Makes me kind of wonder if like Muppet frog legs or Muppet bacon is probably pretty delicious because there's so many of them in the Muppet Show and Muppet movies and so forth. They bred a lot of pigs and frogs. So I think maybe they even captured some. And then there was probably some animal rights or Muppet rights activists that started appearing. It's like they can talk, they can sing and stuff. We shouldn't be eating them. And then there was probably some big Muppet Civil Rights Movement. To get to the point where you're at on Sesame Street or in any Muppet movie where it's totally casual, just Muppets walking around. And so to get to that point, there was probably this Muppet Civil Rights Movement where I believe that one day there will be. I believe in. I have a dream today. That's how it goes. Black History Month. I got to get it right. I have a dream today, where Muppets are judged by the content of their character and not the color of their fabric. It had to have happened. In that weird alternate reality, it had to have happened. I don't even. I can't even imagine. Then they have these Muppets that are people Muppets. Now, how did they evolve? What happened to, were they humans and they got like a curse? Maybe that's what's happening. There are wizards wandering around in Muppet Land and they just keep putting curses on people and animals to make them sentient or weird, deformed. Think about Kermit's body. Do you think that guy can leap at all? I mean, he's got like the gangliest arms and gangliest legs. I don't think he can lift anything. Much less a banjo. So I mean, there must have been a war at some point where did the Muppets fight back? Ask yourself that. Do the Muppets have weapons? They get a hold of some guns. You imagine Fozzie Bear? Fozzie Bear got the job. Everyone puts up with his horrible ass jokes because he's a war hero for the Muppet Civil Rights Movement. Oh, that's probably how it happened. Who knows? Who knows what kind of shit that Fozzie's seen? Waka waka! That's what I used to shout when scalping humans. It could have been horrible in that world. Could you imagine a war versus the Muppets? Could you even imagine? Anyway, that's my little rant. I didn't get up and storm out of here, so bonus points.